I think music is about where you are, the atmosphere and the surrounding of things. يعني ما بحب الattention, honestly. If there's so many people, oh my God, never. Like, you guys are only like 3 people, so. I grew up in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, till I was 17, 18. I moved from Jeddah to Paris, but I'm originally from Lebanon. My mom's Syrian, and yeah, now I live in Dubai. Blue, I'd say, white, and orange. My mom owns a beauty salon, so I was always around a lot of women growing up, and I always felt like whenever I looked at them, I looked at their outfits, what they're wearing, and looked at their bodies, and I always felt like I could, you know, like change how their outfits or what they were wearing according to their body types. And I felt like I had an eye since like I was very young. I used to always love to wear things on top of each other. And yeah, it was just very simple that I went to my father after graduating high school, and I basically told him I want to study fashion, and he just pushed me to go to Paris and pursue it. It was just natural and it just happened. I was 15, I'd say, yeah, 15. Yeah, very young, yeah. It took a while, to be honest. So again, because coming from a background of growing up in Saudi and then moving to Paris, it was very difficult in the beginning to kind of understand what I'm trying to do. But eventually, you know, after I graduated and worked, I felt like I wanted to cater to women that are working. I wanted to create a brand that is cost effective. But while there is like still attention to detail, and I cared so much about the cuts because I worked for a luxury brand, so I wanted to offer that to my clients and to the people. And this formula of creating the Lama Jouni identity took 6 years basically to get there. But you know, it's a formula that I worked very hard on, and eventually now like I know what the Lama Jouni woman is. I know she's practical, she's sensual, and very confident, and loves life for sure. So many, to be honest. Growing up, I used to love Haider Ackerman very much. I used to love Olivier Roustan from Balma because I worked there. His DNA and his attention to detail really resonated with me growing up. And I love a lot of brands such as like that I relate to, such as Helmut Lang. I love Valentino, of course. Pier Paolo is kind of an inspiration. There are so many, to be honest. I always wanted to reach a wider audience of women, and I feel like at this stage in my career, the most rewarding thing is to be out somewhere and see a woman wearing my clothes, or like a woman that I don't know, and I go up to her and I tell her like, I love your top, or I love your dress, and they're like, yeah, it's like from a brand called Lama Jouni. And like I introduce myself, and I say I'm Lama, and how they love the brand and how they really appreciate the cuts and the price points and stuff. This is like what I kind of basically love the most. Yeah, that was kind of unexpected and great at the same time. I got contacted by PR that she loves the dresses and that she wanted to wear them. And I always usually when you have a brand, you hear from a lot of PR agencies and a lot of stylists, and you're always like, okay, it's not gonna happen, or it's gonna happen. So you never expect it to happen. And when it happened, it felt amazing because, again, I grew up with Lady Gaga's music, and she's like a fashion icon. So for her to love the dress and wear it and wanted to keep it, it was also such a great moment in my career. Like comfortable pants, boots or sneakers, a cool top and a blazer. I like to wear an outfit that I'm able to if I want to leave work and go somewhere, have a drink or have dinner, I can just like, you know, touch up my face, put a bit of makeup on, and I'm ready to go. But I still like to be practical and comfortable in my outfits. So yeah. For designers, I would go with Yves Saint Laurent for sure. Models, I would go for, yeah, Giselle Bundchen. I would love to meet Giselle Bundchen. And Lachlan Bailey as a photographer. I like to meet with people that not necessarily are like very big in the industry, but people that, or creatives that I resonate with, for sure. The definition of success for me is to find the right balance between my career, what I love to do, which I'm very grateful that I do what I love. So this is something I'm very passionate about what I do, but to not lose the balance between focusing so much on my career and neglecting other aspects of my life. So success for me is really balancing your friendships, your relationships, your time with yourself, your growth, whether it's career or personal. My happy place is definitely by the beach. Yeah, by the beach with my dogs and a good, like, cold drink, you know, for sure. Yes, for sure. I mean, I always say that in order for you to start a brand or a business or whatever it is, you need to try first as much as you can and try different things. And if you're not in it 100%, don't do it. Persistence is what really creates success. Without being persistent, without having a thick skin, it's impossible for anyone to really kind of make it in that industry, because it's very challenging, and it's not an industry that you find the reward immediately. You know, it takes time to get to the point where you want to get, and if you don't have that thick skin or hard work or whatever, however you can be persistent, it will never work. It's one of the most challenging industries because, again, it's very intimidating. You know, you're starting young. You don't always know if you're on the right track or if you're doing the right thing. So, you know, and it takes time. It really takes time. So you really need to be patient and persistent and hardworking, for sure.